We just printed 2 books in Oriya, Topmost Yoga and one more. So, Gurudeva son. He's very sincere devotee.
Oh yes, undoubtedly.
Very sincere.
Krishna sent him. He Vrindavan. I thought that there are so many comes and go. So when he insisted on all that insisted.
Yeah, he took sannyas at the opening of the temple.
Good.
He stuck it out a long time in Orissa. He's been there a long time by himself a lot of the time too.
Organized.
Yeah.
He's very sincere. He follows all the regulations very rigidly. He gets up in the morning. Ideal example.
You know, philosophy.
He
understands the philosophy quite well.
Oh, yeah. When he is educated, he is BS.
He's being
He knows Hindi also.
He was doing Hindi translation for some time.
You are a holy place personified because you carry Lord Krishna within your heart. And therefore, everywhere you go, you purify even the holy places. They become purified by your touch. Everyone else comes to the holy places, normal people, and they leave their sins. But the great Mahabhagavatas go there and they relieve the holy place of all those sins. They're so powerful that they can drive them up.
Also, I remember, because I would sometimes go to the GBC meeting for some purpose, and he was a member. And I was struck by the way he would take part, because he wouldn't take part in the sort of small time back and forth that sometimes goes on. But he was very attentive. He would give his full attention, because Prabhupada's movement, his GDC, he would give full attention to, almost attention that wasn't deserved by what was going on, but he would give his full attention. And then when he would speak, it would be a whole different level of discourse, because he would speak from principle. Either it would be Prabhupada instructed this, or it would be Shastra instructed that. It wasn't just pragmatic, well, if we do this, then he'll do that, and if he does that, then we can do this. It was principle, that from Shastra, it must be like this, or Shastra tells us this, or our Guru Maharaj told us this. And when he would speak, it would just be on 7 levels higher than whoever had spoken before him. He would speak from such a deep platform, and a platform, again, platform of principle. And that's why it was deep, because the principles run deep. You're speaking for the Acharyas, you're speaking for the Shastras, you're speaking for Prabhupada, and when he would speak that way, it would have great weight. He wouldn't speak often, he didn't jump into every discussion, but when he did jump in, it would be very deep and very strong.
End quote. So how are we to understand this? How are we to practice this? By seeing an example in our life. So I can think of no better example in my own personal experience than the example shown by my esteemed godbrother, my senior godbrother in every way, His Holiness Sri Srimad Gaur Govinda Maharaj, who showed perfect example of Guru Seva, determined, incredible determination in Guru Seva to establish Bhubaneswar temple, to translate all Prabhupada's books into Oriya language, to travel all over the world in his advanced age. I personally saw this when he visited our Denver ISKCON temple. And his body was giving so much trouble, he would offer full dandavat to Radha Govinda, and he would have to be helped up off the floor by his disciples. The body was giving so much trouble, but still he's traveling all over the world just for the purpose of pleasing his spiritual master, to push on the movement begun by his spiritual master. This is the qualification of a bona fide spiritual master, someone who is perfect disciple. And in my life, where I haven't seen any other better example of what it means to be a disciple than the example shown by this extraordinary devotee who was nothing less than Paramahansa Thakur. He showed this example, what it means to be a pure devotee, free from duplicity, free from cheating, free from pretension, free from politics, just simple Vaishnava, completely surrendered at the lotus feet of Guru. This is our everything. If we hope to make progress in spiritual life, this is what we need to do. So how do we get inspiration? We get inspiration by seeing the example set by another devotee. So personally, on this occasion, it's a great blessing in my life, for which I thank His Grace Madhavananda Prabhu to give me this opportunity to remember the example and personal qualities of this great devotee, my beloved godbrother, Sri Srimad Gaur Govinda Maharaj. May he bless us all, may he guide us all, may his example shine brightly in this ISKCON society.
Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj was an ideal devotee. He always wanted everything for Krishna, but he desired nothing for himself. And that is the sign, the most important sign of a pure devotee. We can see here in Bhubaneswar, Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj built this magnificent temple for Sri Sri Krishna Balaram, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra and Gaur Nitai, and also for Sri Sri Radha Gopinath and Sriman Mahaprabhu. He lived in that small hut where he was living from the time we got this piece of land. For him, that hut was the most sacred and most important place here, because that was the place where Srila Prabhupada, his dear spiritual master, lived when he came here. This kind of ideal, this kind of example is very rare nowadays. An Acharya teaches by his own example, and Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj taught all of us by his own example.
It's just like being a devotee is just like inbred in him. It's not like foreign. For us, like for me to be up here speaking right now, I have to put some thought into it. Now I might stumble over my words a little bit, and I have an audience that is, wanting to hear something of meaning. So I'm like searching and praying and wanting some mercy so that I can, please you. For Gaur Govinda Maharaj, it was just like natural. When he gave a Bhagavatam class, it's just like the flow of the Ganges. It wasn't like he had to struggle, or he didn't have to search for words. It just like flowed out of him. And his knowledge of the Shastra was so immense, and he could quote slokas like you've never heard, and know every word and get the essence of the sloka and relate it to all of us. I remember in Mayapur Festival, I don't remember what year it was, but he was giving class, and he went on and on and on, and then they asked him to give, he didn't finish, and then they asked him to give class the next day, to continue on with the previous day's class. So this is a sign of a very, very advanced devotee, that it's like devotional service, service to Krishna is like second nature. He's naturally inspired, and so then when one is inspired oneself, one can inspire others.
Night he will be writing, translating his Guru's word. Prabhupada said, second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhavasattika buddhi eke bhavana. Now I should take the words of Guru as it is. He will ask him, what do you want me to do? Every serious person in Krishna consciousness should ask his Guru like this. And what Guru says, this should be life and soul. If he has to die still, he will do his best. He is real disciple. Serious. And he can get the blessing. He did fulfill his desire. He said he has given, his Guru Maharaj given him 3 instructions. Do this, do this, do this. And he is doing in the temple, preach Krishna consciousness. Tell everything is there in his book. Whatever is coming in my mind, I am telling. And I see everything he is doing. He is an ideal example. How to become an ideal disciple. And in time, how to do devotional service, taking the words of good life and soul. So very difficult. Very stick to it. Whatever may be the odds, difficulties, challenges. How difficult he is doing. And Prabhupada went to encourage him. Did nearly about 3 weeks or something, 17 days, stayed there and asked arrangement for devotees, for prasad. And he did that. How he did, I don't know. But we can learn how he did. Have faith in the words of Guru. I cannot assist Maharaj, but I like his association. Like so much I can learn from him, reading his book, his lecture remembering, hearing his cassettes, still I feel like Maharaj as he said. As Prabhupada's lecture I listen, I feel Prabhupada's vitas, as long as you strictly and sincerely, seriously follow his instruction, I say. So here is a wonderful example, Gaur Govinda Maharaj, who can inspire so many people. Maharaj once told his disciples say, you are telling all these things. One is this, you have to cry to Krishna. Chanting Hare Krishna means crying to Krishna. And admit what you did, all nonsense in your life.
And the chief result of service of Guru Seva, is to have or to develop the love at the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna Priti Vidha. Krishna Priti. The chief result of Guru Seva is the love at the lotus feet of Krishna. Others are, what you say, marginal effects, marginal results. Other results are marginal. Prasanga, I am saying, anusangika, automatically obtained. It's automatic. As for example, I'll give an example. You plant a mango tree. For what purpose? To get that juicy fruit mango. That is your chief purpose. Therefore you plant mango tree. But anusangika, automatically you get very cool shade. The mango tree gives spread, grows up, spreads, branches, twigs, and gives very cool shade. That is automatically received. That is not the purpose of planting the mango tree. The purpose of planting mango tree to get receive fruit of mango. Similarly, the chief result of Guru Seva is Krishna Pada Paddhati, to develop and to have love at the lotus feet of Krishna. And others are secondary results or marginal results. Do you understand? Marginal. Tapastha. Tattva-gyan imparts tattva-gyan, that is his mercy. If he is pleased, and through our service, tattva pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekyanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. This is the process, pranipata pariprasna seva, complete surrender unto the Guru Pada Padma lotus feet of Guru. Complete surrender with simplicity, not with duplicity, not with hypocritic way. Serve Guru, please him, give him pleasure. Prasanga Rupa Seva, Parisajja Rupa Seva, 2 types of seva are there. I have already told you. He is pleased, then humbly inquire, this tattva, jigyasa, then out of mercy he will impart tattva jnana, that is mercy. Then you can understand all these things. Who am I? What shall I do? I am Krishna Das. I have to serve Krishna. And this human life is rarely achieved life, durlava manavasari, and this meant for this to serve Krishna, get this supreme paramartha, fifth purusartha, Krishna bhakti, and get Krishna. And that's only possible by the causeless mercy of Guru if he is pleased. Otherwise, no possibility. So, I'm going to end my speech. On this day, I am offering prayer at the lotus feet of my revered spiritual master, as well as all previous acharyas. On your behalf, let them shower their causeless mercy on you, and you get it and make your life successful as the supreme perfection of human birth. Get Krishna, go back home, back to Godhead. Thank you.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev.